NFL 23, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. A nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Steelers, and it's all up next.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On the first snap, here's Mayfield. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's three simple words, but they're...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Marr is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit, Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Here's Mayfield. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Mayfield now from the 50. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
The Cowboys take over the 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. And
now Dallas gets set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Prescott. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it over 4th down inside the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Back to the 42.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. That nice pickup of 17 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacking in the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roll, and he found it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
13 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and short yardage, Mayfield. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. He's got the first down and more. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, 30 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Mayfield down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. To throw, Mayfield. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on first and goal. To try again after the sack, Mayfield.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Mayfield.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the third drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss right to Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Recovered by Pittsburgh.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Down to about the 22 here. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. Able to slither by. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And they run with Harris off the option. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. On 2nd and goal. Mayfield, throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on. The field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. He's got it.
touchdown, Cowboys! Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pass midfield. Still going. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Chargers who have the lead with that game getting close to halftime. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Drake London, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Mayfield looks to throw. Here's Freiermuth again. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Following the interception, here's Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun, eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. option handoff given to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Good footwork at the 30. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. Now Mayfield lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. It's Barkley on the counter. Gets around him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll go to Barkley again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Throwing, Prescott.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
1-yard attempt.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The drive will start with an option going left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the draw, this is Barkley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
The Steelers will line up.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Prescott.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
That's good for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Barkley, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
The 31-yard line.
This is Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
153 yards rushing for him now to this point.
third down, Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there, and the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Dallas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.